Alright, what's up? We're doing Great Ace Attorney again. 2 times in one day. I know, right? That doesn't usually happen. But I wasn't really much in a Kirby mood today, so let's just do more of this game, I guess. Kirby will probably happen some other time, but not today. Mostly I'm just kind of, a bit torn on playing Kirby because there's a lot of graphical glitches in it. But, it'll happen eventually. So anyways, we're doing the investigation again. So this is the second investigation. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just the second investigation.
Oh, this room. It's been too long. Hasn't changed in the slightest, though. And it's been some 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to stay so familiar.
I didn't know you might return. I want everything to be as you left it. But it has been some 6 months, it's true. I mean, for me, it doesn't really feel like she left at all, honestly. She was gone for, like, the first half of the case, and then, boom, she's back.
So is your father alright, Susie? What happened?
My father? Yes, Professor Vikatoba. I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why I went back to Japan. Because of the telegram we received saying he'd fallen ill with a very high fever for some unknown reason.
That's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back so soon. Surprised but happy.
I think I wrote about it in my letter to you, that it was all a trick. My father's in fine health, and I'm obviously very relieved about that. Well, we're all delighted to have you back.
It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium.
The International Forensic... It's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned.
Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that matters is that I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. Oh.
You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan.
Yes, of course, I shall.
And there's one other thing. Something you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. About you-know-who. About Cosma.
I know. I'll tell you all that I can.
Oh, we get to hear about this now? Let's fucking go. Do I dare present the armband again?
You're still taking good care of that armband, I see. I'm so pleased.
Well, yes. Feels like I wouldn't be me without it now, to be honest.
Oh dear. There seems to be a thread coming loose just there. Look. I'd be only too happy to mend it for you, Mr. Naruto.
Oh, thank you. I must have scraped it against something again. I'm always doing that. Well, she does have something interesting to say about it.
Then take better care of it, please.
It was all going so well until I ruined it. So that's a funny little exchange. The newspaper? About this paper, Miss Suzuto.
Yes, it's all about the great exhibition. I've been dreaming about it, you know.
I was sorry that you were going to miss it when you called back to Japan.
So was I. I felt desperately unlucky. But here I am, back in London while it's underway. It's a dream come true.
Perhaps you're not as unlucky as you thought, then.
Once we've helped Professor Hairbrain out of this terrible situation, we should all explore it together. And of course, we must invite the Professor's good friend, Lord Van Zeeks, as well.
Your like might not stretch that far. What? It'll be fun. Whoa. What? How the hell did I get all the way over there? Right, you know anything about the experiment sketch? Miss Suzuto, do you see this?
You have such great excitation in your eyes, Mr. Naruto, but I'm afraid nothing particularly useful comes to mind at all.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sure what I was expecting, really. Alright, so that's our generic don't know what to say dialogue.
This was used to shoot down the balloon, wasn't it?
Yes, with a flaming arrow. It's quite a formidable weapon.
I'm quite accomplished with a longbow myself, you know.
No, really?
If you were to balance an apple on your head, Mr. Naruto, I'm quite confident I could hit it from a good 50 meters away.
quite confident, you say. Does the apple necessarily have to be on my head? Yes, it's all very important. Oh, okay, we got generic dialogue again. Yes! By the way, guys, actually, I know something I can talk about before I continue. Something I'm very proud of was I made my very own shepherd's pie today. Well, sort of. I did use instant mashed potatoes, because honestly, I couldn't be arsed to go through the pain of having to peel potatoes. So I used instant mashed potatoes. I cooked the beef myself, and I boiled the corn. And it's really fucking good. And I accidentally made it too much, so now I have like 3 to 4 servings worth, so I'm gonna be eating shepherd's pie for like the next few days. And honestly, I'm very cool with it, because I have not had good shepherd's pie in like at least a half a year, I think. So, it was honestly worth like the 10 bucks that I paid for it. 10 bucks for like 3 or 4 servings of shepherd's pie. So yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. So, that's what I'm gonna be eating for the next while. Just good old shepherd's pie, you know? Alright, and the balloon. Okay, nothing else about the balloon. So we learned that Suzuto is good with a crossbow. That's cool. Oh wow, so much stuff to talk about. Yeah, my dad was just talking about how I could get better at cooking. Like, cooking more vegetables into it, and I think, like, yeah, onions and peppers would go pretty well with shepherd's pie, I reckon. And here I am talking about shepherd's pie while playing Great Ace Attorney. I know, right?
When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain. But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely.
The awful trial? Oh yes.
For the murder of Giselle Brett. Ooh, you dressed as a man then, didn't you, Susie? Oh, well, yes. Since the women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice. Wow, amazing. I wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Runo?
Yes, I suppose so.
I want to play at being a lawyer now. I could wear a false mustache, maybe.
I don't think any mustache could hide the fact that you're 10 years old, Iris. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Miss Suzuto. It's about the real reason why Professor Mikotoba summoned you back to Japan. He said in your letter it was something to do with that convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it. It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the seller in the report he submitted about his time in Britain. I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as white as a sheet.
Why would that be then?
Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find the answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets.
Alright, then keep your secrets.
Oh, Susie.
That's a very meaningful look Suzuto-san's giving Iris there. You know what, this is like the perfect episode title, honestly. Alright, then keep your secrets. You know, I'm gonna write that down. Great Ace Attorney. By the way, I'm recording this the night before the Nintendo Direct, so I'm not gonna be talking about that. I probably also won't be talking about it in a lot of the streams until I've watched it.
Lord Strongheart mentioned something about that in the symposium too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries would attend. Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge Jigoku have been invited. It's something of an honor, I believe.
Well, Professor Mikotoba is a leading expert in forensic medicine in our country, after all. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say?
Yes, His Excellency Judge Seishiro Jigoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year, in the Supreme Court. You can't possibly have forgotten. That terrible trial of yours when you accused of murder.
Ah, yes. I tried to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days.
Well, it was Judge Jigoku who presided over that trial.
I mean, how often do they actually give the judges a name? The only other judge I can think of that has a name is, Courtney in Miles Edgeworth 2. Oh, sorry. Her name's, what's it now? Gavel now? That's her fucking name now? It's not Judge Courtney anymore? Yeah, it's Lady Gavel now or some shit. I don't remember. If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face again in my life.
Oh, well anyway, as father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but, well, I couldn't wait. So I pleaded with him, and in the end he agreed to me going on ahead.
Yes, about that symposium. It seems as though Lord Strongheart has put in an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important. So, I take it that this symposium thing is probably going to have something to do with either Case 4 or 5, which is when I hear the game, like, really takes off. And also, I heard that Judge Jigoku plays a very important role in one of the last 2 cases. That's all I know.
I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General.
The most senior position in British justice system.
He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition.
Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally, then, I wonder? Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech all about this very subject only yesterday. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it.
How trying for you.
Yeah, it wasn't like 18 hours or something, and then he pissed off after that. Giselle Brett. The women whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson.
Yes, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live.
Oh wait, that's Ryunosuke talking still.
The extraordinary thing is, though, it seems it's a name we should all forget.
Sorry?
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett.
Yeah, doesn't she have, like, a separate name?
But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist.
Didn't exist, but how can that be?
It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Shin, and she wasn't a visiting student either. That was a front.
A front? Who on earth was she, then?
Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her.
Oh, okay. I do know her full name. I don't remember if that was revealed at the end of the last game, but I did learn about her full name when I was looking on the wiki. And yeah, I had a feeling she'd be important in this game because of the fact that her name is, you know, A. Shin. Her full name is... actually, I won't spoil what her full name is, but maybe they'll tell me.
Nobody knows why or even how she came to be in Japan. It's a complete mystery.
But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could the women have been up to?
I'm afraid I really don't know. The only thing we can be sure of is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand.
And now she's been killed. While all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
I'm afraid so.
A. Shin. Who on earth was she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere? I mean, is she in my court record now? No, but we have Bohemian Boy and Balthazar Loon. Fucking hell. Or frickin' A, as they say sometimes. Or what about Kazuma?
After my friend Ray's trial, the reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange.
Oh great, we get to see this fart knocker again. Yep. And then he got taken away.
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later, I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama.
And what did you learn?
After he died on the voyage to Great Britain, his body should have been unloaded at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consultant staff there.
Should have been?
Well, it turns out that his body never arrived. It just disappeared.
What? Cosmo's body vanished?
Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Except, Cosmo-sama isn't there.
Did Professor Mikitoba know about this?
Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Cosmo-sama's body as we speak.
Imagine if he's actually alive somewhere. I just don't believe it. And what is this acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden? Oh, the Kazuma mystery.
Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Burial were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we?
Yeah, get my mouse off the screen. You guys can't see, but I can.
Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive? Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh boy. Good to see these guys again.
When Kazuma-san was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly.
Ah, you're right.
So if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us. But there's no reason why he'd possibly have done such a thing.
I mean, we already know how much of a frickin' prankster Mr. Sholmes is. I mean, he tried to conceal some truths from us, like, he did that thing to Iris where he was like, don't write about that or whatever. So he's hid stuff before, so it wouldn't be entirely out of the ordinary.
I suppose that's true, yes. The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants to fill me with hope, but I can't let it, because if it turned out not to be true, then I'd be back at the bottom of the awful pit of despair again. I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
Oh, Miss Susato.
I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. Susato-san we're talking about, after all. So I probably shouldn't push it now.
Well, that was pretty good. Oh wait, we're not done here? I guess now would be a good time to look at everything.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to making you some tea again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Which you'd think I wouldn't like, given that I'm not keen on bitten flavors, but it is Susato-san's tea, and it's amazing what little cake or something on the side can do.
I would dearly love to serve you some sort of Japanese sweet alongside your matcha green tea. But I suppose that's simply not possible given how long we've been staying here in London.
Well, I do like the little chocolates you put with my tea. They go wonderfully.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you would, wouldn't you?
That gives me a warm glow inside for some reason. Well, she's adorable. She's wholesome. Oh, we're gonna have the spade talk again.
Thinking back, that spade's been in here since we first moved in, hasn't it? I should have told you before, Mr. Naruhodo, it's not a spade, it's a shovel.
No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade.
No, spades are for digging, that's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel.
The great spade shovel war rages on. Glad we get to do that again. What about the kettle?
You have water gently boiling on the stove, I see.
Feels wrong somehow if I can't hear the water bubbling away. And we have plenty of logs. It's not like we have to worry about paying for gas.
It's important to open the window for fresh air when the fire's burning, though. You can't keep it closed just because it's cold outside. It could be a matter of life and death. Avoiding the freezing winter air is a matter of life and death too, if you ask me. Oh well, perhaps a nice cup of tea will warm me up later.
A nice cuppa, as they say. Alright, what about this?
You see, I've been keeping my desk beautifully covered in papers as always. You really must tidy it all up, Mr. Naruhodo. No more excuses.
But Miss Suzuto, the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk like this are a reminder of my wonderful, diverse life. I'd like to leave them as they were, so I never forget how lucky I am to such a varied experience.
In that case, you should definitely have a thorough tidy. Then you'll be able to see your papers building up all over again and feel that joy renewed.
Still can't beat an argument, even though I'm the lawyer here. No, she does make a good point. Alright, well, we can examine the Daruma doll.
I see a Daruma still has one eye filled in.
Well, we agreed that it's something we do together, didn't we? We could do it right now if you like. I'd be happy with that.
I'd rather like the anticipation, I think, now, Mr. Naruhodo.
Can I examine the ladder? Oh, wait, I saw something.
That was taken when I left London, wasn't it? I have the same photograph on display in my room at home in Japan, you know.
I wonder if we'd ever be able to be together again, to be honest.
Oh, I know. So did I. But here we are, and I'm quite sure there's a reason we've been brought back together.
I can't deny that having Suzuto-san back again makes me feel as though fate's something big in store for us. Oh, Iris is chilling here.
It must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Haley's greatest exploits. I called it The Hound of Baskervilles.
But then Mr. Sholmes forbade you from publishing it, and put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
So nobody knows anything about it apart from Haley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie? Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
Oh, hold on, I'm having a cough attack. Hold on. Actually, it wasn't as big of a cough as I thought. Oh shit, I clicked. I didn't mean to click. Hold on, go back.
And you wouldn't tell me how you come to know it?
Yes, but I made you a promise that I'd explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time.
Oh.
I'm only sorry I had to keep it from you for so long, Iris. The Hound of the Baskervilles. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, The Hound of the Baskervilles. What?
My Baskerville story?
Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time, but Father came in and... Suzuto, what are you doing? Oh, Father. Did you look at those papers? No, I simply read the label, that's all. Well, put it out of your mind. Sorry? Forget that you oversaw it, and certainly don't tell anyone else about this. Do you understand? Yeah, what is the deal with this that's so, like, bad? But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan? I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholmes' exploits. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions, and there was no sign of the big box in his office. She's just stunned. That's really all I know about it.
I have no doubt that father has a very good reason for being so secret about it, but still.
Damn, so Mikatoba and Sholmes, like, they want to conceal this story for some reason.
I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you. Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie. So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris had told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well.
So you're fully abreast of the situation already, Miss Suzuto. I expected nothing less, to be honest.
I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber, the engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer of sorts by the sound of it, well known in the fields of science and magic.
Then, we need to arrest him.
Well, yes. name one pose more like, what's the word? Terrifying than her Suzuto takedown stance. There's no stance more terrifying than that. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find the man.
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective.
Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got on, won't you?
Good, because I can't do this lolly voice much longer. It's gonna drive me insane. That's a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong. Alright, well now we can move. Holy shit, we have so many places to go to. Oh, but we can't go to the prosecutor's office. How sad. I don't believe we have any business that would require a visit here at the moment. Oh, but every other place does. We could just go in order, I guess. 23rd October, Sholmes' Suite. No, nothing here. Alright. I can't be arsed to examine shit again, honestly. I'm not really in examining. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell's going on here? Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart?
I wonder. I've never seen her before.
Is that his wife or something?
Ah, the young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you have thrown the entire government into disarray as a result.
Oh. You mean because of Professor Hairbrain's experiment?
Sham science being demonstrated at London's Great Exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrabbling to respond.
Scrabbling. Not scrambling, scrabbling.
Lord Van Zieks is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing.
Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in. The special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap metal in no time.
It's scrap metal now, is it?
Until later then, Lord Strongheart.
Yes, thank you.
Damn, who's this baddie? Well, guess we won't know, will we? Who is that?
That was Dr. Courtney Scythe.
Oh, the coroner. See, I knew we'd be meeting the coroner at some point.
Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's leading the forensic investigation team's handling of this case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact.
Oh, I see. About Mr. Asmund.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to reevaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory.
Oh, right.
Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time.
So he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore. Well, I can waste more of your time by presenting a bunch of shit that, you know, like the crossbow. Can I show you this, Lord Strongheart?
I'm the Lord Chief Justice. I'm not here to offer advice about evidence.
Oh.
Especially when the evidence in question is so dull.
Ah, so that's the real reason. Well, what else is dull? This piece of cloth? Yep, that's definitely dull. It's a good thing these are so quick. Alright, what about the victim? You know anything about the victim?
Another to fall to foul of the Reaper's curse.
What?
Oh, the Asman. The ink was barely dry on the man's acquittal papers. He'd just emerged from a trial in which he was being prosecuted at the hand of Lord Van Zieks.
Do you think the verdict was wrong?
The law is final. Verdicts are final. However, as long as mere mortals are the ones making decisions, there's always room for error. The influence of large criminal organizations is sometimes felt even in our highest courtrooms.
That would be the dark and devilish side of London, I suppose. Alright, what about the autopsy? No, nothing? Okay. No. Oh, shit, you know what I did not do? Open my soundboard. Boo. Alright, here we go. No. Alright, there we go. Alright, what about the screwdriver? Probably nothing. So he's looking at his watch. He's running out of time, man. Those 7 minutes aren't gonna last very long. So it was just the photo then of him. Alright. Well, let's converse then. While I sip some of my Tang Orange water enhancer, filtered water stuff, whatever you want to call it. Yes, I know. I've been fooling you guys. It's not actually juice. It's filtered water with orange taste in it. I don't know. That's why I just say orange juice, because it's less complicated. What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you mentioned before?
The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created for the forensics investigation team a year ago. Now, unofficially, of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago?
Not too long after we arrived here, huh?
At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensic division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly.
What do you mean?
For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. But London scum's about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell. I intend to see to it personally.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not a villain or anything.
By creating the finest police force the world has ever known, to protect our honor and our future.
Look at those eyes. He means every word. And he's also going to ramble to you again for 18 hours about random shit that you don't care about.
Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensics division at Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikitoba,
Oh, yes, my lord?
your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Man, he looks really weird from a diagonal angle.
Yes, that's right. I understand he'll arrive at the beginning of next month.
And are you acquainted, Lost Strongheart? With Professor Mikitoba, I mean.
It was many years ago now, but yes, I remember Dr. Mikitoba very well.
I mean, yeah, he was here for 6 years, so he had plenty of time to get acquainted. Oh, yeah, hold on, I gotta take a detour.
If my memory serves, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
It was the year I was born, so yes, 16 years ago, in fact.
Oh, 16 years ago? I thought it was 6 years ago.
Mikitoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly.
Are they still polite?
Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way.
I didn't think that you were.
Dr. Mikitoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. St. Sinners, if I'm not mistaken.
Or is it Sinners? It could be Sinners, I don't know. That'd be a pretty ironic name.
Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens.
Then Dr. Scythe knows my father, does she?
She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikitoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total.
Okay, so the 6 years is a thing.
6 years? That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it? I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years?
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
What do you mean? Why? Well, clearly something was going on at the time. Alright, let's hear about Lord Van Zeeks. After this, I'm probably going to take a quick BRB so I can recuperate my energy. I want to ask you about Lord Van Zeeks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that right?
You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper.
What? Why?
When his brother Clint Van Zeeks was murdered, it was just after young Barak had graduated from the University of London and become a prosecutor. When obvious criminals who'd managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing. Rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started saying that wherever Barak Van Zeeks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind.
Oh my word.
So, Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his brother?
Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles.
Oh yes, give me the tea, please.
Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart.
Go ahead.
It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains if possible.
Are you well versed in science then?
Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently.
Well, the special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Sei's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage, as long as you touch nothing.
Thank you. Being able to look at it is better than nothing.
And I'll be able to see it too.
Your time's up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls.
With what? What engagement?
We're extremely sorry to have troubled you when you're so busy, my lord.
I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand?
Guys, I'll have you believe that is not an easy voice to do. How many new locations are we getting? Oh, the forensics laboratory. Okay. Alright, did you guys enjoy that frickin' gear, like, cog ASMR? You've been listening to cogs for the past, like, 4 or 5 minutes? Well, hey, the great thing is now I don't even have to worry about leaving, like, dead space in my streams anymore because, Twitch doesn't let me archive my streams anymore. So, they're gonna be on Twitch for, like, 2 weeks, and then they're gone. So, watch them while they're on Twitch, and then, if they're not on Twitch, then they're on my YouTube. So, yeah. It's just that the VODs are gonna have way more dead space than on the uploads on YouTube later. Which, is to be expected, because I do take breaks from time to time. And it's good to take breaks, especially when you're doing a game that, well, inadvertently isn't supposed to have a lot of voice acting, but I do a lot of voice acting anyways, because I like to go the extra mile, you know? Or the extra meter, or whatever the fuck. The extra kilometer, there we go. Yeah. Alright. Well, we can go to prison, we could check out, we can see how fucking Wiley's doing. Well, not really Wiley. Oh my god, what in the ball sack is this man doing? What's he doing?
He's... Oh my, the whole wall of the cell's covered in mathematical equations.
And he's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, Mr. Naruto. And who is this young lady? My name's Suzutomi Katoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Oh, if only I'd met a refined young lady like you sooner. None of this would have happened. 9, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all.
Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you.
I owe an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in the court this morning. Oh, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. The whole thing, the whole miserable affair. It all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot.
Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on in your cell?
Oh, haha, yeah, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. It was suddenly struck by an idea, you see? And I simply had to write it down. The wall was all I had to hand. Oh, is it some new hypothesis? Something surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe? 9 actually. This is my autobiography.
Your autobiography?
How was I diddled and fiddled by Albert Hairbrain? Well, I mean, at least it wasn't a ditty party. I found I can represent my odd fortunes with my only odd numbers in ambitious and set of simultaneous equations.
Really?
I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see? So it's going to be a new serial publication from next month, Part 1, An Odd Birth and Odd Upbringing. You can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little bit about more of the case? Oh, yeah, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was fitted by the pair of them, by Alsman and by that aloof engineer Drebber. We're not going to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? Oh boy, 18 more hours wasted. Boom. Alright, well, what do you have to say about the crossbow? Professor Hairbrain, what do you make of this? Oh yeah, that's just what I need to prove my hypothesis, isn't it? No, it's nothing to do with your hypothesis, actually. Then take it away. I don't want to be bothered with anything that doesn't assist my science. Alright, keep your brown hair on. Alright, then keep your secrets. What about the victim?
Oh, how could this have happened? You must feel awful as well as a man losing his life. The Crystal Tower was greatly damaged too. Ignore what happened. It must have been that.
That?
The day before the demonstration, I had my usual meal on frankfurters at the hotel restaurant. When I paid the bill, they gave me 3 shillings too much in change. But instead of saying anything, I just slipped the coins into my pocket. They're still there now. It's divine retribution for my wrongdoing. That's what this is?
For a scientist, he has so very illogical anecdotes. Long and illogical. I feel like we've read that already, actually. Hey, what do you have to say about your screwdriver? Professor, do you recognize this?
Oh, it's Andrew, my faithful friend. How have you been? Are you alright? Nobody's mistreated you, have they?
Don't worry, he's being very well looked after.
I always rub him with machine oil until he's gleaming.
Right.
And then, when I come to tie a screw on him, he slips in my hand and I can't do it. It's that age-old problem faced by diver files the whole world over, hasn't it?
I really wouldn't know, I'm afraid. Driver files? Like, what, are you sexually attracted to a screwdriver or something? Okay, nothing interesting. Alright, well, that was funny. Not really.
Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even.
I'm sorry it's come to this. There's really no other way.
Nein, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there's nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public.
No, of course he didn't.
But in court this morning, I realized something.
Oh?
If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you were aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me.
Oh, Professor.
He believed in me this morning, you know. Barak, he did. He believed in my hypothesis.
Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case.
Nine. Barak wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it.
Did he?
I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean.
Oh, Van Ziek's motivation.
After the terrible incident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even.
I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there.
So if any other prosecution had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barak, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete and utter nonsense.
And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor.
Exactly, which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barak insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish.
You think that's why he...
I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul.
But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he?
Well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it.
And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea? Kind-hearted soul, oh. I thought I was gonna update again, that would've been funny.
Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start?
I'm sorry to say that I think it does seem likely, yes.
When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I've written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so empathetic or emphatic. But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems. I still can't believe it. As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually. But the scale of it, it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception. All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of this has any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all of that, only to be taken for a complete fool, is too rotten to believe. It is, I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Asman's no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer. Mr. Anakdreba. Anakdreba. Is there a pun there I'm not understanding? I don't know. Dreber. Yeah, I don't know. Unless it's like a character in the Sherlock Holmes stories or something. Which could be possible, considering there's a few characters that are named like that. Is he an engineer, or a magician, or a swindler? It was about a year ago when Mr. Asman first brought Jeva to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine. But at no point did you ever have any inkling that he was just an illusionist. Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist. What do you mean? He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question that the man's a genuine scientist. It's easily apparent in conversation. I see. But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there no more clues you can give us to his whereabouts? I'm sorry, we've only just discussed the kinesis machine, nothing else. Although, just once, I did visit his workshop. What workshop? Dreben's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine. Why didn't you mention this before? Enoch Dreben's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there. Oh, here we go. So you've been to Dreben's place of work then? Yeah, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place. Plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see? Where can we find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance we'll find Dreba there. Well, yeah, definitely. I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry. I was more than half expecting that. You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there. He blindfolded you? He wasn't taking any chances then. The place was incredible. The pinnacle of modern engineering. Wow, we're gonna have a fucking, like, methamphetamine lab type situation on our hands? Even the oil he used was very best. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Ah, the indescribable scent of that imported oil. Perfumers across the world should forget the secret formula and use that instead. What do you think, Mr. Uto? You the machine for your next birthday? I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't suppose you know even part of this workshop's address, Professor. You don't have a business card for Mr. Jebba, for example. The man was clearly very cautious, Miss Suzuto. I'm sure we... Aha! Yeah, I do. He gave me his business card once. It's right here, look. What? Let me see that. Oh my god. Frickin' Suzuto takedown from side angle is really weird looking. Throw etiquette to the wind, why don't you? Enoch Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address. No. Oh well. Can't say I'm surprised. Really? Nothing on the back? Still, this could be useful. Well, you bet your ass I'm gonna look at that. Like, literally the moment I get the chance to. Alright, well, we can examine it anyways. Can't find anything out of place. Alright, well... Alright, now the important thing is what's on the back. Oh, there's some oil. This dark smudge here. I think perhaps it's machine oil. Oh yes, possibly. Professor Hairbrain mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber used, didn't he? He said it was specially imported, very high quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yes, that's right. But more importantly, that it's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So, excuse me for a moment. Oh, doesn't appear to have any scent at all. Don't worry. I expect that's just because there's such a tiny amount on there. Okay, there's a smear of machine oil on the reverse. Well, not nearly as exciting as I was expecting, but it's something. Well, we could go to the experimentation stage again, if there's blood all here. They are still working on that clock tower. Oh, Gina and her puppy. I had no idea there were so many people in the world. I know what you mean. It's really packed here today. Feels as though it's taken us 2 hours to make our way through the crowd at this point. Has it? I shut my brain down so I didn't really notice, to be honest. Gosh, I do wish I had your absent mind sometimes, Sonohodo. There you are. I had a feeling you lot would show your mugs before long. Oh, that's Gregson. Oh. Gregson, your voice got really high pitch all of a sudden. Oh, Inspector Gregson, I see you're hard at work as usual.
Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since last we met.
What's with all the ceremony? We saw each other in the court this morning.
Not you, Sunshine. The gentlewoman so loyally at your side.
Oh. Why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice. Might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose.
Yeah, he's good with the ladies.
As you probably guessed, we were hoping to investigate the scene some more.
Right, well, that's the young Cheney's domain. Oi, get over here, Gina.
She's having a little pupper situation. Seems to be busy playing with a puppy. Probably giving a traditional East End training. Gina, she's a police officer now. Amazing, isn't it?
She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She's got the detection bug, if you ask me. Yup, I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely.
What do you mean?
I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London.
Oh no, really? That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along.
Not likely, but you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is.
To France?
I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley.
But France, it's an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why'd you be sent there?
That's the way the adult world works, Sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted.
Luigi's going to France now.
I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go.
What? You're taking Gina to Paris?
Well, I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what'll become of her?
I suppose he's worried she slipped back into slipping her hands in people's pockets and purses. I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
Oh, of course. So that's playing on Inspector Gregson's mind too, is it?
Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, you hear me?
No, of course not.
I've got to keep that diving diva safe and sound. Until all this is over, at least.
Oi, what did you just call me a bloomin' diving diva again?
So you heard that, did you? Right, well, any questions about the scene, you can put them to my capable detective diva here.
Alright, you there, the boss. Inspector Lestrange's in charge here now.
Suppose I'd better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you got a new dog, have you?
Puppy. Isn't he great? Toby's his name. Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable.
Did she name him after, Gregson, I wonder?
Yes, the dog does seem lovely.
But it's the not so lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest. Oh boy, I got a lot to talk about. Wait, why investigating the scene update? I didn't even talk to her yet. Gina, we were actually hoping that we can investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's round near, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's alright, is it?
I'm gonna be playing with me new friend here.
Ah, yes, Toby.
The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind... Sorry, can't go up there, Suze. Oh. It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near the wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Is that what you're thinking of? That's the one. That's why only them lot allowed to investigate it. What they called again? The forensic something?
The Forensic Investigation Team? Is that what you're thinking of?
That's the one, yeah.
But isn't it the case that the Special Dispensation has been lifted?
I think so. I don't really get it, but to be truthful with ya, you're still supposed to get information from some bigwig or something, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something?
I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina.
I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps. That's the one, yeah. Apparently, he's always watching the time for something. Actually, we've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart. Eh? You what? You met him? Last time the bus, we just got to go and see him. He waited for 3 hours at the off-cover's office and came back sniveling.
Tragic.
Well, Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene as long as we touch nothing. Oh yeah?
Honestly.
Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, it'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. So, you're still saying all this above the board, are you?
I'm sure everything will be fine. That really would be tragic.
Alright then, them's the stairs, off you go. Oh, thank you, Gina.
Alright, well, we're not done yet, though.
It was great, wasn't it? I had a right laugh. It was the new one on me, that. You know, being in court and not spending the old time worrying about being found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all your previous court appearances, didn't you? Yeah, and Odo's made things hard for me every single time and all.
Just doing my job, Gina.
But watching someone else getting the deck is a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix. The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruhodo's client. Yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though. It's the boss I feel sorry for. Set off to do the impossible. What do you mean? He's supposed to be under arrest at the cove, ain't he? In time for tomorrow and all. You know, the dodgy engineer. What's his name again? Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber? Ah, that's the one, yeah. So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be. I'm putting too much put on the boss, if you ask me. He says it's giving me a godache. Oh dear, but I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food.
Oh, the engineer's whereabouts. Honestly, guys, I'm thinking I might keep this episode a little on the shorter side, because I do want to go have some more shepherd's pie, and, I'm getting a little tired. But, we'll see. So, Scotland Yard trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they had any luck.
He's really funny looking. Got them two eyes what don't match. Stole a glimpse of picture of him earlier. I mean, didn't actually pinch him or nothing. The old devil's got it.
Sorry, who?
You know, that Skull and Reaper who was always glugging down glasses at blood red plock.
Ah, Lord Van Zeeks.
He's always at it for me, that cove. Don't know what he's always scolding about, mind. Probably would have been a pretty good boss as it goes.
She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee. The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-gluggling demigod, you're equally badly off with both.
I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Glad we put that one to bed.
Anyway, the point is, everyone at the yard's dead set on finding that fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on, so they're stuck.
There's nothing that can lead us to Drebber at all. Alright, Toby the dog. Let's talk about your dog. Where'd you find that little mutt then, Gina?
Oi, don't be so flaming rude, Odo.
Slight overaction, don't you think?
He ain't no mutt, alright? Toby's... how'd they put it? Oh yeah, a bona fide detective.
Sorry?
I've given him a proper title and everything. Like, it's Chief Inspector Toby to you.
More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Ooh, so he's a police dog, is he?
The police recruit dogs now.
I've heard they're already being used officially in Germany as part of their city policing. They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell, after all.
Pretty sure they still use dogs to this day, so hey, society has progressed along smoothly. I have a fairly good sense of smell myself as it happens. I can tell undergarments have been freshly laundered from undergarments that haven't.
Ha! That's nothing compared to this little fella, Odo.
Oh, really?
According to what the boss said. Once Toby here's got a good whiff of your drawers, he could chase that scent to the other side of the world.
What? To the other side of the world? You mean, he can swim?
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point by a rather wide margin.
I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill.
I'm telling you, Odo, there's going to be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future. Yes, I agree. Right, one of these days, they'll be barking orders at us lot, not the other way around.
Oh dear, sorry Gina, I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much.
Well, anyway, whatever you think about that, Toby is Britain's first police dog. I found him down the east end the other day. Someone had just chucked him out on the street.
There you go. I knew she lifted him from somewhere.
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
Well, let's move. Oh, wait. No, I'm stupid. We have to examine this.
These stairs lead up to the experimentation stage.
Yep. Oh boy, this place looks fucking worse than we found it yesterday. Good grief.
Oh my, so this is the machine that was used to deceive people into thinking instantaneous kinesis had taken place.
Yes, that's right. Or rather, it was the machine. It's a little wistful away at the moment.
What extraordinary lengths Professor Harebrain went to in order to obtain the research grant.
No, no, no. The professor was tricked as well. He didn't actually know anything about it.
Yes, of course. It is amazing though, isn't it? The scale of the whole affair is so very British.
You're right about that. You never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure.
Oh look, is that
What the fuck is he doing here?
Lord Van Zieks?
So, I think we're more or less done here, aren't we? Shall we, Miss Suzuto?
Already?
He is the Reaper, remember? We do well to keep our distance, I think.
But we have permission to be here, from the top. We're perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine, as long as we don't touch anything.
From the top? Do you mean Lord Strongheart?
Exactly. So we can stay here and stare at the wreckage for as long as we like.
She could have been at the center of the explosion here, and it would have been bent to steel will. Well, this ought to be an interesting cliffhanger. You guys aren't gonna get to see what frickin' Van Zieks has to say until the next episode, huh? Alright, well, I am real hungry, so I'm gonna keep it a short one. So, we'll do more of the investigation in the next episode, and who knows, maybe we'll wrap it up, I don't know. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some shepherd's pie. So make sure to like and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch. And I will probably do another one of these tomorrow. Maybe? I don't know. I mean, it's the direct tomorrow, so there's a good chance I won't. But we'll see. Anyways, ciao for now.